Go ahead and record on this computer. All right, so we're looking at whiteboard.fi. If you go to whiteboard.fi, this is the home page that you're going to see. We're going to create a new class session today called Tech Tuesday ×2. This is our second class. We're going to enable that waiting room feature so that you can see what that looks like. And we are not going to enable that manual save. So the automatic whiteboard save functionality will be in place. So if you just do those two little things, create new class, it creates a new whiteboard room for you. You can show the QR code to use that, or just copy the URL to the clipboard and put it on your Google Classroom. In this case, we're going to use the chat so that everyone has the link and they can be able to log into whiteboard.fi and copy that link. So if you put this in Google Classroom, the kids should be able to just click on the link and get right in here. And the whiteboards are going to appear here once people come in. Awesome. Thank you, guys. So we have some sample students today with us, some awesome teachers that come and join me for Tech Tuesday. And so once they get in and they get their student whiteboards in, we can see them come in and we can accept them or kick them out. Accept or kick. I thought that was too funny. So all my peeps that are in today, just get into that and then we will start our session. The great thing about this program that we have found is that you can see all your student whiteboards together and you don't have to scroll around. Everyone gets their own whiteboard, which is nice. You can clear out all their student information. And then you can also upload information for them to all see. So do we have everyone that wants to join? Got one more. Okay. So once you see all your students that you have invited to join, if you click on toggle my whiteboard up here, you'll be able to see your own whiteboard. And there's basic tools up here, an erase button, the paint feature, the pointer feature. There's a text feature that everyone will be able to see if they choose toggle the teacher's whiteboard. Now there's also ways to push everything out to the students' whiteboards. If you click push, you can push out to all the students, different pages, current pages, or push to a student's background, which we're going to go over today as well, because it pushes out as a background and they can't change it. So if we push out like this, everyone down here is going to get the same thing, but I believe they can change it. So they can change your words. But if you wanted to show, for example, if you had a picture of a worksheet or some morning work or a math problem, you could put that in here. I'm going to erase this. So here's our little eraser. And the eraser tool is clear the foreground, but keep the background. So if you had a background in there, it would just clear what you wrote on top of it, clear the background out and keep the foreground, or clear everything out. So we're going to clear everything, both the fore and background. And one of our wonderful teachers has given us an image to insert today. So here is an image. The PDF tool is only for the paid for version. So we're going to use the image because that comes with the free version. And scroll down to our whiteboard. And as you can see, it's just math problems that are in an image file. This saves you so much time because then you don't have to type all these out into your whiteboard. And you can have them resize them just like an image if you like. Now, how do you get this to your students? And they could be messing around at this point, showing different funny faces. Do some examples of that, please. My teachers that are with me. Act like junior high students for a second. What would they do? So if you have kids that are just, saying hi to people or drawing and doing everything on their whiteboards, yeah, doing emojis and funny things, you can say, okay, class, we're going to do some math now. And everyone's like, yeah, right. I'm going to do some emojis instead. So if you come up here you can push this out right here, push to the students as the background. That way they can't change it. So it was successfully pushed out. And as you can see, it clears out their whiteboard and it says, okay, here's the actual problems that you need to do. So students have a little bit of room to be able to work. They can draw on them. They can insert text. They can complete their work here. This was a lot of problems, so they may not have a ton of room. But as you can see, if you put together a short warm up or morning exercise, students can type right on it and you can see live what they're doing, which is really nice. So say one of these students was being completely obnoxious or not doing their work, you can actually look at their whiteboard. And I know some of the feedbacks and comments are reserved for the premium version, but there's actions for each one. You can kick the student out at this point. You can erase their whiteboard. You can save it as an image if they're doing something inappropriate or something really well. You can push the teacher whiteboard to the student again as a background, or copy to the teacher whiteboard. If they've done something really cool, for example, here's an example of a problem. We can come over here to actions and push the teacher whiteboard to the student. And it clears it. What I wanted to show, and I actually did the wrong action, but let's do it over here, is if you have a student that you want to show to everyone, we want to copy to the teacher whiteboard. So if we copy that to the teacher whiteboard and then close it, now on the teacher side, they can show some examples of problems. And students on their end can toggle the teacher's whiteboard and see these examples. So it's got some really cool features. Check out whiteboard.fi when you get a chance. Thanks so much.